This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 100 times your entry with the Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. Sign up with promo code GOLFSGPN to claim your special pick, plus a first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code GOLFSGPN. And we're also brought to you by the Mega Memorial Merch Sale, 50% off everything in the SGPN merch store with the promo code SGPN May. All right, D-Gens, welcome back. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the God of Golf himself, Steve Shermer. We're talking about the Charles Schwab, a.k.a. the Colonial. I think I'm in a better mood than I was on Sunday. I was pretty irritated about life on Sunday, so hopefully tonight I won't be so salty.
I would hope we're both in a better mood. We've had 48 hours to kind of, sleep on it and self-reflect. And I've done a little bit of self-reflecting in those 48 hours about things that have been going on with the gambling card, why things are different than last year. So, fresh new perspective, trying not to get down. Let's go get a winner this week from one of us and not our producer who's making.
Hey, listen, I'm happy Cam's cashing, man. Like, whatever. Like I'm happy when people I like cash, when people who I don't like cash.
That is true.
So I was even messing around with all right, it's Scotty at 275. If I parlayed him with a hockey over and an NBA over.
Oh, you're starting to do that.
Oh yeah. But here's the deal: this juice ain't worth the squeeze, right? So 2 minus 110s plus the 275 only pays out like just shy of 12 to 1. So that ain't worth it.
Okay. Yeah, you might as well just lay, a few more football bets than Scotty at that point and just call it a day. That's not what you're actually doing this week, is it?
No.
You go to the dark side?
No. I'm just gonna keep stepping into rakes. This is my lot in life. Stepping into rakes, like side soda Bob.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't finished my betting card. I'm gonna try to maybe see what you say, see what Cam says, maybe see what the tip chart says, which we're gonna play a brand new game in a little bit. I'm very excited actually for this game. I think it's similar to, I think, a game they played on Stump the Schwab, rest in peace, Howie Schwab, where they both went back and forth and he had strikes and everything.
We're so old. Nobody who's listening to this knows what that is.
I mean, he was recently in the news because he just passed away. So before we get to that, though, so I've been posting a couple things in Discord. There has finally been some photos and video evidence of this restoration that they did at Colonial, and a lot more. Actually, there's been a lot of really good reporting. Kudos to the PGA Tour. They put out a half-hour video about the start to finish process of a restoration, which is actually pretty well done. So
what's it on? It's on their YouTube channel?
Yeah, which is on their YouTube channel. So randomly they'll put out good stuff. Obviously one of our favorites was the Ludwig doing bunker shots in the snow in Sweden. That just dropped out of nowhere. Like, this is our boy. So what I found, it's similar to what I already said on Sunday, but just to reinforce what it is, the focus was not changing this golf course. And they actually went to great lengths to say, we're not changing Colonial. The members didn't want that. They just wanted to make it go back to its more natural, rugged look. There's some of the videos and photos I posted in Discord. They wanted to bring back a lot of the Brankin creek beds near some of the holes, make it look a little more shaggy. What they had been doing over the years, been masking a lot of that with infrastructure, concrete, because that was really the only way to prevent erosion, because the area does get flooded from the Trinity River. So they brought a lot of that back. I mean, there's modern ways to prevent all that anymore. So, you look at the fifth green, which is the last leg of the horrible horseshoe. That left area that used to be just a little ditch is now just a giant, rugged, bunch of just crap grass, essentially. And if you're down there, that's not going to go very well for you. They ended up recreating the eighth green that used to be by the Trinity River. Now that they actually brought back a little stream. Well, it was always there, but they took out a lot of trees and bring it back into play, moved the green over there. On 13, they pushed the green back a little bit. And then 16, they actually cleared out another drainage area. And if you miss left, it's just completely dead now. So, they redid a lot of the bunkers too. All the greens were rebuilt. They softened some of the slopes because with some of the sand buildup when you're blasting out, it just made it a little too severe, especially around the edges there. But no one's played the golf course since they started this thing. And when greens are completely rebuilt, no one plays it, they are bouncy as fuck. So even
That's
if it
true.
rains a little bit, they're going to hold up. And overall, I think the golf course, even with some of the rain and thunderstorms might get, I think it's going to play pretty tough. I think iron play is going to be because the greens are still the same size.
Can I just stop you and ask you something?
Sure.
So I played a brand new golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And so the greens were insanely hard, right?
Yep.
But I also don't hit like wedges, obviously, as well as these guys, right? So can it mitigate how, dude, it was like hitting off fucking concrete, man. Like I'd hit something that I thought was beautiful and fucking go over the green. It would hit and take 3 bounces. So is there something they can do to mitigate that?
I mean, just being by better iron players than you.
Well, so I'm saying, like, it does. Like, is there something in their bag that makes that possible? I guess.
Yeah, they just can put way more spin on it than we can.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean the range to focus on is between 100 and 200 yards. So with your wedges to up all the way to 7 iron or so, the guys who are relatively pretty good either gain a lot of strokes or they're pretty good with proximity. I tried to expand a little bit more what I looked at in there. I looked at proximity, brought that back. That was one thing I had been not using this year that I used last year, and I just have been crapping on it for a while because I didn't think it was a great stat. But maybe it'll help me this week. Also looking at poor shot avoidance as well, just because, I think it's going to be tough sledding as far as the iron play. And, guys who are a little loose with some of their iron shots are going to get punished. But overall, though, I don't think it's going to change kind of like we talked about on Sunday where what the restorations did to Oak Hill fundamentally changed the golf course and the type of player that you wanted. It's not going to change it this time. I just think it's probably going to put iron play and probably around the green play a little more under the microscope because it'll be a little tougher in those areas. So those are basically the two things I focused on. And then just generally who's been pretty good at here, who was pretty good at these shorter ball strikers golf courses. That's what I targeted this week. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. So I didn't really adjust my course history, right? Because I can't remember who said it, but somebody came out and said, listen, it's fundamentally the same. They're not trying to change it. And yeah, wedge play. Yeah, good in Texas, right? Miss my favorite Texan, Jason Kokrak. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think the wind's going to do? Like, I keep getting like different reports whether it's actually going to matter or not.
Well, I mean, I think what's tricky is I'm not sure if the wind forecast they're projecting is related to pop-up thunderstorms, which in that case, then they're
doesn't
just
matter.
Play. But it seems like wind at least going to be a factor at least the first 3 days. And then on Sunday, I think it lays down, but it's going to be insanely hot on Sunday. So thank God our producer's not bringing his kids to the golf course on Sunday. It's going to be, I think, on Thursday. Otherwise, I'd be a little worried that he might be exposing them to some dangerous.
Small kids in a golf tournament is a straight fucking nightmare. So God bless Cam.
So how about small kids at an insanely hot golf course trying to keep them hydrated? That's probably even worse. So, but yeah,
Godspeed.
Yeah, but with the hot temperatures, if and these greens also have sub air, and I think on Sunday it's going to be sunny. So these, even if it gets a little moisture, between the bounciness of being new and the sub air, they'll be pretty firm on Sunday. I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining tournament. Definitely a lot harder than Valhalla. I actually saw an article about a 0.7 handicap golfer played Valhalla the very next day and shot even par. So says all you really need to know. So
all right, we're done dragging Valhalla. It was what it was.
All right. Why don't we take our first break and then let's kick off the show with the game.
Yes.
Before we break down the odds board.
I like it. Can't wait to see how many bets are dead already. So it's the biggest week in racing. You got the Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Coke 600. Rod and Cody from the NASCAR Gambling Podcast and F1 Gambling Podcast got you covered. Make sure you join their Kyle Larson Diecast Kai giveaway. That's free to enter. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/race to register and make sure to subscribe to the NASCAR Gambling Podcast and the F1 Gambling Podcast. Plus, we're running a mega Memorial Day merch sale, 50% off everything in the merch store. Promo code SGPN May. Beat them books is a new fucking t-shirt. Go get that one. Go get the golf gear. Go get all the good stuff, man. And then the NBA playoffs are here. I'm somehow watching my Boston Celtics as we speak. The Boston Garden is a house of horrors. Neither team can win here. It is cursed somehow ever since Kyrie saged the place. But Underdog's going to make it a lot easier to play fantasy sports in the playoffs. So play their pickup game. It is simple as selecting the higher or lower in player stats like points, rebounds, assists, and so much more. Make entries of basketball or mix and match across all your favorite sports so you win 100 times your money. Underdog is available in 30-plus states, including Cali, Texas, and even Canada. So, just go to underdogfantasy.com. Like I said, it's available in 30-plus states. Plus, they just lost champions and their player versus player format in Florida. Sign up promo code GOLFSGPN to claim your special pick plus your first time deposit up to $250 in bonus cash. Use promo code GOLFSGPN at underdogfantasy.com.
Cam already trying to ruin the game, by the way. So
yeah, I saw it like flash up. It took my eyes off my ad.
I got rid of it.
Did you see it?
I did not see it. I saw the pie chart was up there. So
I saw the pie chart too.
Despite clear, explicit instructions to the producer, already just trying to sabotage the show. Listen, I understand you're on a big heater already making us look bad. Don't make our show look bad. Okay. Doing that too.
I definitely was not thinking straight.
All right. So here's the game we're going to play. Here's the game we're going to play.
New segment alert.
Yeah. We're new segment alert. Woo, woo, woo. So every week, since everybody who's been most tipped has had one winner, right? On the board in general since the beginning of the year. Is that right, Cam?
No. Not everybody.
Matt said one. I thought one winner had been on the most tip chart.
Oh! I see what you're saying. Yes, one of the most tipped golfers has been a winner. Yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna try to do is me and Steve. I said first of all, I'm a troller on Twitter. I'm not very active on it, so it's easy for me to stay off of it. Steve isn't on it, so what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to guess the most tipped golfers. And Steve wants to go with the 3-strike formula, and we'll see how many guys we can get to knock it out. Should Cam give us how many people are on it?
Yeah, he can tell us how many people are on it, and then you and I are going to go back and forth, and then whoever's got 3 strikes, they lose. Yep. If neither of us gets 3 strikes, we get everybody. Whoever has the most correct wins. It'll be like a Guess the Lions game on the Bill Simmons podcast, where they just kind of
back in the day. Do they still do that?
They still do that. This is the golf picking equivalent, I feel like.
Listen, as much as I dislike Bill Simmons, because I loved him back in the day.
It's a good bet.
Yeah, he got watered down a little bit. I was on him like GeoCities. That's how long ago I followed fucking Bill Simmons. Like when I was in high school.
Yeah, I think the first podcast he listened, it was on page 2, and it was
it was page 2.
The sports guy was the original one.
That's it, man.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first off, shout out to at Golf Tips Checker on Twitter.
Man.
Yeah, he basically tallies up every single golf tip on Twitter and then does an Excel spreadsheet and then makes a cool little pie chart. Usually it's 8 golfers that he puts out on the most tipped, but this week there's 421 tips from 50 plus sources. So like I mentioned on Sunday, it's a pretty good gauge of the public at that point. Like once you get that many people, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get it going. So
how many are tipped are on the chart this week?
So 8.
8. Okay. All right. Boston Capper, I will let you go first.
I will start with Brian Harmon.
Number 3 on the list.
Great.
All right.
Harris English.
Number 1.
Whoa, English is 1?
Yes.
What can go wrong?
Yep.
What can go wrong?
And each of the pie slices is pretty even this week.
Okay.
Sometimes there's 3 guys that take up half the chart.
Okay. All right. You're up, boss. You're up, Capper.
All right. So I will disclaimer this pick with the only content I listened to this week is I listened to Mayo and Jeff on Monday morning and some of Idonies. So I'm gonna go with Hoagie for the Mayo bump. Hoagie. No, wow,
really
interesting.
Strike 1.
All right,
I am surprised by that. I think it's because that was going to be a pick I made. Because I've fallen in the trap with Hoagie that he's a Fort Worth guy, TCU home game.
His course history stinks here.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's been horrible here, so maybe this is not a good thing for him coming home. Maybe there's some underground poker game, or craps game that he's like, all right, I'm gonna be doing that all weekend. All right then.
Shocking.
How about we go with Boston Cappers with Keegan Bradley?
Number 7.
Fuck.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't like it. I don't want him on this list.
Okay.
All right, we'll go with Homeless Hubs.
Strike 2.
Damn.
Ooh. Okay.
Boy.
All right. How about Tony Finau?
Number 4.
Yeah.
So we've so far you've gotten 1, 3, 4, and 7.
Okay. All right, Capper, you're down to your last strike.
Oh, baby. How many times in life? Let's see. There's 2 guys I'm going back and forth between. Ugh, gross. I don't think either of them should be it. Let's go Morikawa. Nope.
Strike 3.
Oh.
Was it Rose?
Resounding win.
All right, no, Steve can still go.
Well, I mean, the game's over.
over.
All right. I'll try and guess it, the rest of it. I'll go Justin Rose.
Rose.
Nope.
Okay.
Really?
Nope.
Billy Horschel?
Nope.
Huh.
All right. I'll read off the remaining 4. Number 2, we have the Eck Goat, Austin Eckroat.
Okay.
Okay.
We got at number 5, we got Seabez.
I should have known.
That never ends well for anybody.
Never.
At number 6, we got Sepp Straka.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I kind of liked him. I thought he was going to be more.
Come on, baby. I only got one guy I bet so far on this list. Let's go.
And at number 8, we got Aaron Rye.
I'm straight. I got one guy on this list.
All right. Okay. Well, I've only bet 2 guys so far. They're both on the list, so they are dead already. So
I bet 4, and they're all 60 or more deep.
Okay.
I got 2 guys on the list as well. So
okay.
And only one guy on the list. And I'm sure you can take a gander or a guess on which one I bet.
Yeah. And for the listeners that aren't familiar, like this charts like last season, I mean the number 1 tipped hit multiple, like a couple times last season. Like we're not saying like you should fade everyone on this list every week, but just like take into account.
So far this year, it's gone the complete opposite, as golf betting does. That's all. Listen, it's a fun segment, man.
Yeah.
Bet it how you want.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. All right. So I'm up 1-0 on our first game. So, all right. Let's start with the top of the board there. Let's go everybody under. Sure. I mean, it's what, 5 guys, 30-1 or less.
No,
so we got
5. Yeah,
it's about 5. It's about 5.
Scotty,
so Scotty, Colin Morikawa, 12.
Harris fucking English.
He's at 35. Jordan Spieth, 20-1. Max Homa, 22. Tony Finau, 30-1. That is on the tip chart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do we have to talk about Scotty? Like, isn't the decision basically it's either
Scotty
you're
going
to bet Scotty or not bet Scotty?
That's it. You can bet Scotty, and that's it.
Like there's nothing I can say to win you over on betting Scotty.
No, he's fucking less than 3-1 on a golf course. I'm never doing it ever. Like, I'm just not.
Okay. All right.
And it could be stupid. Like, look, he could boat race these fucking guys. Look at this field. He could fucking run away with this thing. And he's got good tournament history here. Like, he could fucking demolish this weekend.
I mean, I'm not even going to respond to that because there's nothing I can add to it.
So scary.
All right. Morikawa. So you thought he was most tipped, and he's not. So does that change your opinion? That you want to go with him this week? No. Okay.
No, I feel like so. Well, listen, let's play the tape back. I said the same fucking thing about Xander. So I'm not going to bet him based on what happened on Sunday. I feel like it would hang with him for a minute. It didn't hang with Xander. But if there is going to be wind, we have talked about Morikawa in the wind, and I'm good with the pass at 11 and 12 to 1, whatever your book's got on that. That Sunday got to be frustrated because it wasn't like he was missing badly. He was burning the edges on all these fucking putts. And like, yeah, I bet he threw that fucking putter in the goddamn dumpster on the way up.
Okay. Can I offer a counter to Morikawa in the wind?
Of course you can. You're a Morikawa apologist.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, weren't we both there for the Masters?
We were.
And how'd he do that week?
You did fine.
He did fine. So, and I think, because I remember, I think I had him on underdog. I faded him in a windy round, and it did not go well.
Yeah, he stuffed us in the locker.
It almost seems like if I reverse on that take, it's probably going to backfire on me.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, like obviously with Morikawa, if we're targeting really good iron players between 100 and 200 yards, even though his iron play hasn't been all that spectacular this year. I mean, it's arguably one of the best in the field next to Scotty, just in a vacuum.
Yes,
from
absolutely.
that range.
Absolutely.
Been putting a lot better. He's been really good around the green too. Does
that matter here?
I mean, it might matter if the greens are a little bouncier, and even though the conditions were around the green before the restoration were pretty easy, maybe some of the things that Gil Hanse did to the greens make it a little tougher. Although I on the video, they said the bunkers are really shallow, which now explains why Kokrak probably did well and won this thing, because it's really easy to get out of the bunker, apparently.
Aren't you the one who told me that? Who did this? Was it Bill Hanse?
Yeah, Gil Hanse did the restoration.
And like he didn't want to, like he doesn't make penalties like severe, right?
It's not that he doesn't make penalties severe. It's just that he's very subtle about what he does. And again, the goal of this was not to change the golf course and really, it was just to bring it back to what it played back in like 1936, albeit to a more modern game. So, but 12-1 for coming off a major. Look, if I get burned by
two good majors.
Well, coming off a major week,
right?
So if I get burned by it, I don't.
Man, I thought everybody would be all fucking over him.
I think just because it's 12-1, people are like, okay, I'm probably gonna just pass. Because what's been the prevailing theme this year? Like in these kind of offshoot events, it's been mostly the longer shots winning, right?
Yeah.
It's only been Scotty or relative big name at the bigger events. So that's probably why people are looking maybe down the board and saying, okay, I'm going to pass on Morikawa, even though he does have lost in a playoff here back at the COVID year. Again, proving your theory that there were no fans on the golf course that day.
That's right, baby.
Yes.
That's right. COVID golfer Colin Morikawa. All
right. So it seems like so Homan was not on the tip chart, and I would not expect him to be probably. No. I think he was relatively chalk last week, didn't play all that good, but he's got a 6th place finish here. And he's been pretty good between 100 and 200 yards. Pretty good with the proximity numbers too. Hit his irons pretty good lately. Has been driving all that good. So maybe go into a golf course where he's not driving all that, where he can kind of club down and it's more positional golf. I don't know. I mean, does Colonial seem like a golf course Homa's going to win? No. Compared to everything else he's been winning in his career, long, narrow, thick, rough TPC, Potomac, Riviera, Torrey, Quail.
No. The answer is
okay. No. All right. Then Tony Finau's on the tip chart, which means you're good.
I'm good. I'm good with Tony anyway.
Okay. I mean, he's got a good course history here. Okay? How about this? What about positional on Tony?
No.
Mm-hmm. What about like a plus 140 top 20, like something with high floor with his good ball striking?
But that's just me, right? So like, fine, if you think that's fine, like, that's good. But my top 20s, I don't like to do. Like, I want my 4-1 top 20s. I want my 3-1 top 20s.
Okay.
Or I want somebody who I think is like a legit lock, which nothing ever fucking is. But I want somebody who I have like the utmost faith in. I do not have the utmost faith in Tony Finau in a fucking putting contest. Which is not a putting contest.
Well,
you have to be. It's not. But you have to be able to putt. You have to be able to go low here.
No, you don't.
Yes. What did Kokrak win it at?
He won at 14, and that's like the lowest it's been. Last year was 9 under. Year before that was 8 under.
That was the Burns year though. That was because the weather all kicked up and
Well, you have
nobody did
weather.
anything in the
Well, you
in the
have
last
weather
round.
this year. You have really firm greens this year.
All right.
It ain't going to be like that. I mean, the only time it's been super ridiculously low was when Justin Rose went in 20 under, and that was because it was soupy, soft, humid, colonial.
All right.
So I don't think it's going to be that this year. So
I don't know. I guess. Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
Either way, I'm good with Tony. I'll always get with Tony.
It might maybe top 10 for me with Finau. I'll have to look at what the positional odds are.
What, 3-1?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. So, and then Spieth, anything. I mean, his iron play has been horrible.
It's been so bad. It's been so bad. His course history is so good, and it's Texas, and it's Spieth, and it's Spieth. But he really hasn't shown anything at all in the stats coming here.
I can't remember the last time he was even really in the mix in anything.
Nah.
When was it?
He's just on TV a lot, so he stays on people's front of mind because people, Tom, Dick, and Harry like to fucking watch him on Sunday. So, like, if he's remotely close, they'll show him on Saturday and Sunday.
Was it Kapalua the last time he was actually in the mix?
Fuck, maybe.
I think it was. Well, I mean, he's got that wrist injury, so
yeah, shit, yeah, God, yeah,
okay,
probably. Damn.
All right. So it sounds like we're not betting anybody under 30 to 1 then.
No.
Okay. All right. Why don't we take it to our ad break, and then why don't we start getting the guys we did bet down the board?
All right. Well, listen, if you guys are planning on watching and betting the Charles Schwab, aka the Colonial, this weekend, you need to download Rhythm. Rhythm's golf features make it easier than ever to find the best betting opportunities for the Charles Schwab Challenge by letting users create custom betting models and instantly see bet recommendations for outright winners, top 5, 10s, and 20s. Rhythm presents these bet recommendations in a menu-like format, making it easy to see where your models agree and helping you feel confident in your betting decisions. Plus, they also use an AI caddy, which gives bettors a chance to see every single golfer in the field's simulated performance thanks to Rhythm's powerful AI algorithm. You can use this to find a huge plus money betting opportunities in every tourney. Rhythm is the ultimate golf betting and DFS companion. Download now and start a 7-day free trial. Bet smarter on the Charles Schwab Challenge. Rhythm Bet is available wherever you get your apps. And so their best bet, there's 2 of them. I decided not to share the Luke List one with you guys. We'll go with Lee Hodges, top 20, 3-1. And the Luke List is nothing against them. I just have too much scar tissue to recommend that to anyone.
Okay. All right. Let's go down the board here. So let me ask you a question. You are a Siwoo Kim whisperer. Why isn't he good here?
I don't know. And I've been out on Siwoo for a while.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I see him, and the roller coaster isn't there anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not there. So, like, it's when you're dating the crazy girl and, like, she mellows out. And you're like, nah, you're not as exciting anymore. I don't like you. So, and he's not, like, I feel like his consistency's been overrated too, but it's not really like a roller coaster. It's just, I don't know. He's just a mad golfer at this point. He's good. And I'm fine. He should be well here. He's never good here. So I'm good.
I know. I mean, the profile for this week with him looks amazing.
Well, I just don't
considering how great he is tee to green, how great of an iron player he is, how good he is between 100 and 200 yards. He's really good around the green too, in case he's really bouncy greens in the wind. Guys who tend to be pretty good at like Harbor Town are pretty good here, or Waialae, they tend to be pretty good here. So that is strange that he's never really been good here. But I don't know. I'd have to look back and see if anybody's won this and hasn't been that had like a good course history.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Let's take a look real quick. So,
I mean, we can look at this offline.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, all right. All right. So why don't we actually get to like guys you bet in this ring? All right. So who's the guy you bet between like 30 and 60 to 1 then? Let's kick it off there.
So I got Billy Ho at 50 because I'm a glutton for punishment. He which by the way, disclaimer for anybody who's new, every time I bet on Billy Ho, he sucks. Every time I bet against him, he's great. So just go ahead and rip that ticket up and throw it in the trash. But he's won recently. Looks like he's coming into good form. Looks like that swing change He's finally coming in. This is a guy who is a proven winner, and this low, like I just feel like it's dumb. Like I feel like let's go. Capper cursing me exactly. Yeah. So I like Billy Ho at 50. I was super surprised he wasn't on the most tip chart, which makes me happy. That maybe I can get a sweat going over the weekend and get really upset about his shimmy shake into every goddamn shot.
Okay. Yeah, I think the fact that you're on Horschel means probably something's off. So, because you're right. I mean, it's just for whatever. It's just that's a dude that you just don't get right. I don't get him right. I don't get him right either.
But I don't think I've ever gotten him right. Ever.
Yeah, I don't get him right either.
Yeah.
So I think I'm probably gonna pass. I get it though. I mean, coming off a decent finish at with PGA, not hitting his irons great, although that does include Corrales. So I guess you think that he's going to win twice in like a month then. Because he won Corrales.
Why not? Corral, first of all, Corrales is like a half win. That doesn't really count.
It's a half win.
A half win.
Okay.
It's a half win.
All right.
And this feels like a 3/4 win. So like I can see Billy Ho winning a 1.25 or a 1 1/4.
Okay. All right. Well, a guy I bet that is unfortunately on the tip chart because this just that was a great exercise because of course 2 guys I've already bet are on the tip chart. I think that's a problem. And I'm not looking at anything. I'm not listening to anything. I'm just doing stuff. And I'm like, all right, this guy looks good. This guy looks good. I got Brian Harman at 45-1. So hit the ball great last week at the PGA, gained I think 5.5 strokes. Obviously, really good course history at this golf course. Good course history at some of the comp courses. He's already shown a relatively high ceiling a couple times this year at Bay Hill and the Players. And I just liked his iron play coming in, how good he is between 100 and 200 yards. Great bank rest putter. Putts really well here at Colonial too, but on the tip chart, I'm stuck with it. But hey, maybe this is the week that actually comes through. So Harman was a bet I made at 45-1. I also bet Andrew Putnam, but I got him at 100, and he's not on the tip chart. He's gotten steamed.
Damn.
A lot. Like I think I saw him at like 50-1 in a couple of books here. And again, that's another guy who's been really good at Colonial. He's got a couple top 5s here. The iron play has been okay recently, pretty good between 100 and 200 yards. Doesn't hit a lot of bad shots either between 100 200 yards. Obviously a great putter and scrambler too. Putts great at Colonial. And if it's really windy, it's going to be maybe kind of an up and down contest. I kind of like a guy like Andrew Putnam, although that's another guy I chronically get wrong too. So, so those are my only 2 bets: Harman at 45, Putnam at 100.
Fuck, man.
So,
I want you to talk me into shit.
What's that?
I said I want you to talk me into stuff. You only got 2.
I only do. I tried to be patient. I was trying to wait for the tip chart this week. I'm trying to take a different strategy with this stuff. So we're going to talk about all this stuff on the show.
All right. So let's talk about Keegan's a dead bet. He's on the tip chart.
How mad are you going to be if we play this game?
Oh, I already bet him, so it's fine.
Oh, you already bet him.
I already bet him. I bet him at 7.
Okay. That's a good number.
Yeah. So, but he's on the tip chart, so it's dead.
Okay.
So we'll just
so why might it not be dead?
I mean, I don't know. He played well at these other comp courses. He looked. Yeah, I know. And what was the grass over in Japan?
Zozo. That's Zoysia. It's not.
Oh, Zoysia. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, I think he looked all right last week. Same thing. He just couldn't buy a fucking putt. But he gets these spike putt weeks, but he can never put it all together. So I don't know. Probably a positional on him, most definitely. I mean, you're still getting like 2.5, 3-1 for a top 20 on him. Like, yeah, all day. And then all my other guys are deeper, but they're all fucking losers. I can see they're not deeper. So Dietrich, absolute fucking loser. And he used to be my poison, and he showed some signs of life. And yeah, man, I mean, if he's ever going to fucking win, I mean, he was T25 here the last time he played here. I mean, I feel like the price is right. Like the price is right for him. Why can't he win? He just played great at a course he probably shouldn't have played great at.
Okay. All right. Chris Kirk wasn't on tip chart, was he?
Oh God, no.
Why not Chris Kirk?
Seriously, why not Chris Kirk? You're 100% right.
Okay. I mean, he's been great at Colonial in his career. I mean, obviously he's got the win, but he's got a bunch of other top 20s and top 5 finishes. Didn't play well at Quail Hollow, didn't play well at Valhalla, given
Nor should he have.
No, I don't think he should have, but he he just finished T10 at the Heritage, T16 at the Masters, T26 at the Players, T28 at Honda. He won the Century earlier this year, T18 at Wiley. So iron play has been relatively solid for most of the year. The putter has not been all that good.
No.
So, but maybe if this is really a ball strikers week, you get him like 55-1. He's shown some relative upside this year. Maybe that's a guy I go with.
I don't hate
really
it.
good between 100, 200 yards. That's an option there. What about Tom? What about? I'm sorry. What do you guys say?
All right. What about me going back to Novak at 200-1?
Oh, we're staying in this range, sir.
All right.
Okay. All right. What about Tom Kim?
No.
No. Made noise last week.
Yeah.
Seems like he's kind of close. Yeah. Okay. Why are you poo-pooing this?
I don't know. Just my gut feeling. Like, I don't think he's going to win it. That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, fine, he flashed a little bit, but I'm good. Like, I don't think. I feel like he shows up on courses that he shouldn't show up at. And this is a course he should show up at. Dude, he showed up. What was the last one he showed? When we were like, oh, this all makes sense. They didn't win. But I don't know. He showed up on a long course. I don't know. Like, I just don't. He's been so bad for long.
Listen, you're right. He hasn't really shown up much this year. T18 at Harbortown, T17 at Phoenix are his best finishes.
Yeah. So. And he flashed. What the hell? What tournament were we talking about? I can't even remember. I was like, yeah, Tom Kim, of course. It was a super long course. I can't remember what it was.
It was last week at Valhalla.
Oh, was it? Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, and he did not last because
he didn't. Tom Kim. I'm good. Listen, I love Tom Kim. Good young kid.
Okay,
I'm good. The number is intriguing. I'll give you that. What about Taylor Moore?
I mean, I'm always a Taylor Moore apologist.
I know. So talk me into him. I haven't bet him yet, but I got him stat.
The problem is, though, I don't think this is a Taylor Moore golf course. I mean, it hasn't really shown in the pudding with him. He's
missed the cut twice here.
The problem is he's not a great iron player. He's a good driver.
Okay.
So, and this is one where you're not pulling driver a ton. At least what you usually did at Colonial. I don't think that strategy is going to change. So that might be why he hasn't been all that good here.
Okay.
So
I'm fine with that. I hadn't bet him. I wanted you to see, because I knew you're a more guy. I wanted to see if you could talk me into him. And I'm screwing you out right now.
All right. So that's probably
a winner.
That's going to be a pass. Let's see who else down here. Aaron Rise on the tip chart. Is JT Poston just dead? Remember everybody's betting JT Poston? Now no one's betting JT Poston.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at him, but I mean, his course history here blows.
It's not good. No, well, I think
4 missed cuts out of the last 5. He's got 1 top 10.
All right. I mean, he's usually pretty. If you look at the comp courses, he's pretty good. If you look at between 100 and 200 yards, he's pretty good. But his iron play's been pretty bad lately.
Yeah, what's his
probably a pass? You know what's been hitting the irons pretty good lately? Daniel Berger.
Yeah, I don't hate it. He's got good course history here.
I mean, he's won here.
Yeah.
What
number can you get him at?
I mean, I see probably like a 75 on him.
I don't hate that. Don't hate that at all.
That's an option.
Because I think I started dabbling on him when he was showing back up.
Okay. So, I think the fact no one's really on Hubbard.
That's crazy to me. I thought
that is crazy.
I thought everybody.
Oh no! Did we lose Capper? Cam, you're up, buddy.
All right, I'm up.
Oh no!
Yeah, just FYI for the listeners, Capper is at a hotel. He's traveling, so internet might be a little spotty. He should be back, but I mean, I guess I can go over my card.
Well, okay, fine. Why don't you go over your card for right now? All right, so who you got?
Well, first off, I'm going to be there tomorrow, so be make sure you follow us on Twitter. I'm going to be posting a ton of pictures, especially of 16. You posted a picture of 16, and it just looks like I'm going to hit. If I was playing, I would hit like 5 water balls on that hole. So I'm really interested to see that one. So I bet Max. Love Max. We're going to be following him for a little bit, but
so what do you like about Max this week? We talked about that. Is Colonial a course that Max would win based on what he has done in his career? So why do you like Max? You just like the number? You like the form?
Honestly, I just like Max as a person.
Okay. All right.
But his numbers looked really good last week. They looked really good the week before. I mean, total, he gained true strokes. He gained 2.5 at the Wells Fargo, 1.5 at the PGA, 3.5 at the Masters. Also, Mike Kim posted 6 hours ago. I can kind of read off. I don't know if you. I don't know if you probably didn't see this. So he talked about the front 9, and basically overall, he said scoring wise, he thinks it got a bit easier, if anything. He said the firm greens will keep the scoring in check, but in a couple of years, I do feel like the players will really be able to go low here. I do think members will enjoy the redesign, which is more important. But basically, he's just stuff you've been saying all week. Since the greens are fairly, pretty firm, since they're new, fairways will be paramount. So, take into account driving accuracy. The rough is a bit patchy. So
yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention too. The weather has not been great for grass growth. So typically the Bermuda's 3 inches is only 2.5, and it's spotty this year.
Yes, and that's due to the insane amount of rain that we got here.
Yes.
So Max, Keegan, Akshay, Austin Throat, Sam Stevens, Texas guy, just plays well in Texas, 125-1.
I think he played well in Texas once.
No, Matt looked into it. He every time, I don't think he did well at the Byron. Now that I'm thinking
that's definitely not true every time with him. But
okay.
What do we finish saying about Hubbard? Sorry, you can blame it on the Hilton for my internet flicking.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm just surprised that Hubbard isn't more popular.
He's been playing well.
Given the iron play is relatively solid for him. He's really good between 100, 200 yards. I mean, the course history is not all that good, but we just saw him up towards the top of the leaderboard of the PGA, you would think.
And so Cam, you're on Ashkay, Sam Stevens, Ekrot.
Carson.
Who?
Carson.
Oh, Carson. Okay. Carson Young.
That's my Boston accent. You don't like it?
No, you need to work on that.
I'm on Carson, of course. I'm seeing if I can get a first round over under on Carson, since I will be following him on Thursday.
He asked Bovada for it?
Yeah, I just did. Nice. I mean,
I'll give it to you.
He always plays well. He always plays well when I follow him. So he shot 4 under last week, and then 8 under, or sorry, not last week. At the Byron, and then 8 under the year before that. So
Cousin Mush says your fucking accent is legit hot trash.
I bet Lee Hodges and Tommy Dietz.
All right, so you got Dietrich too? That makes me feel better about betting on a perennial loser.
Yeah,
and so my perennial loser, I need you to start betting. If you can will Xander to a major, you can will Thomas Dietrich to 1 PGA win.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm a little bit worried about that because Andy's been saying that all week. He's like,
I've been saying it for years about Dietrich.
Yeah, we'll say this, and then I still don't think Cam Young is ever going to win though.
Let's go. Listen, I'm leaning to that.
Last guy, Davis Thompson just came off a T2.
Talk like an adult. Don't do the Davey Tom thing. Just say Davis Thompson.
Davis Thompson, T2 at Myrtle Beach, and yeah, I like him
a little better lately.
Yeah, well, I had room for him, so that's
Davis Thompson the third. I think was the guy I texted you guys about being like he looks like a goddamn child when I was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he is so young.
But that's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Other than
I got a couple other guys highlighted down here. Let's move past like in the 100-1 range. How about Doug Ginn?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was laughing at a comment in the section. What's with this guy's baseball manager with the nicknames?
Okay.
But
How
can't
about
remember.
how about Doug Ginn?
Look,
So
I don't hate it.
Okay. So got a little frisky at the PGA. Iron play's been pretty good lately. Proximity numbers between 100 200 are relatively okay. He's pretty good around the green. Doesn't hit a lot of bad shots between 100 200 yards. The course history stinks, but he's got a T14 here, and two of the miscuts were one when he was an amateur, and the other was the 2020 Charles Schwab, which
That doesn't count.
that was
Doesn't
off
count.
a long layoff.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
That's weird.
COVID year. That was like it's like the Sawgrass weather split. You can just say whatever happened doesn't count, even if your guy was in the good weather split.
I think that's
what's
not bad.
what's he at? What's he at?
You can get him over 100. I see him like 100 to 1, 110 to 1.
See him what, like 6 to 1, 5 to 1 on the top 20?
Probably.
I don't hate it.
Long shot bet there.
Dougie's never won, has he?
No, he's never won. He's come close. He's never won.
Yeah. Seems like a
all right.
cash out on a Saturday.
Your boy, who's a stick, Grayson Sig.
Yes.
Now?
Yes. No, listen.
You into it?
Gives a stud.
Okay.
A stud.
Iron play's been awesome lately.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks. Always. Christ, God.
Okay. Iron play's been awesome with Grayson Sig lately. Got a couple good finishes lately. Really between 100, 200 yards. Yeah, he can't putt, but listen, maybe this is just ball strikers week. And given some of the new greens, maybe it's going to be about just hitting it really close to the pin, getting up and down.
Sure.
Okay. Adam Svensson, another guy who can't putt. Iron play's been pretty good lately.
Listen, I bet Adam Svensson for how long? You know this. And I missed him to win. He's not winning again. So I'm not like, it's just.
Okay.
I'm not chasing it. I already lost a ton of money on him by not hitting the time he won.
Okay. He's been relatively okay here. It's been pretty good. Some of the comp courses, mostly Sea Island. But
Sea Island, baby. The Sea Island Mafia.
How about the dude who screwed everybody over at Myrtle a couple weeks ago, Justin Lauer?
I love Lauer. My guy.
Why don't you go back to him this week?
What's he at?
That's 200.
Why not?
I mean, top 20 play, long shot.
What's up? Let's say top 20.
Probably like what, 7 to 1, 8 to 1?
I'm looking right
now. Really between 100. Basically, probably whatever.
Yeah, 7 to 1.
If you liked him probably back in
7
Myrtle.
to 1 for a top 20.
Okay.
Oh, I love those bets. I love those bets.
All right. The course history stinks here, but he's been hitting it a little better lately. Dylan Wu.
Nah.
No, I'm not doing it for you there.
Mm.
Okay. How about a guy who's in the mix here last year starting to hit it a little better? How about Harry Hall?
No.
300 to 1.
Stop it. Stop it.
Not for a positional at all?
No.
He almost won this event last year.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't really almost win it. Like,
What are you talking about? I think he was leading heading into the final round.
Right. And then what happened?
I still think he finished third, man.
Yeah, he did.
Then how do you saying he didn't almost win?
He didn't almost win.
So he finished third, leading into the 54. Okay. All right.
Didn't almost win.
All right. All right. I said a bunch of names. Who else do you like over 100 to 1?
I mean, I was waiting for you to kind of spit names at me. The only one I had was, I'm going back to Matthias Schmid as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go bankrupt on fucking Novak and Schmidt is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep betting them. And because look, they both cashed a ton of top 20s for me at like 5, 6s to 1s. So why can't they do it in an event like this?
Okay.
Very small outright, bigger top 20.
All right. Can I say one more name for you?
Of course you can.
Don't
threaten me with a good time.
CT Pan.
Oh. How did I miss that? Where is he?
He's like 200 to 1.
Wait, why? I don't even see him.
He's in the field.
Oh, way the fuck. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, it's because he's been straight dog shit.
He has been bad, but he's been good here, and he's been terrible, but he's at least hitting his irons relatively okay.
Yeah.
He's good from this range. He's
I
decent
think
here.
we'll pass. Let me go pass.
Okay. All right. Let's put a bow on all this.
Oh, real quick.
Okay, go.
Might as well just bet Scotty 11-1 first round leader versus the full tournament. Because that's hot stats. So
All right, fine.
And I saw somebody parlayed Xander first round leader and winner and ended up playing like 65-1 or something like that.
Actually, hold on.
Don't hate that.
All right. Why don't you recap your betting card right now? I want to look up something about Scotty. And I need to look it up first before you just
gotcha.
Talk about your card right now. I gotta look it up though.
Yep, sure. So Keegan, obligatory at 70-1. I feel insulted, so I have to bet him. Billy Ho coming around in the form, 50-1. Dietrich, 60. Novak at 150. I think I'm gonna join. I don't know, Cam. Should I join you on Akshay? Yeah. He's gonna win 2 times in 2 months.
I'm following him on Thursday as well. He's just got the most incredible swing ever, and I just want to see it in person.
Okay. And I'm gonna go bet Hubs because I thought I wanted to bet him, but I just assumed he was gonna be insanely chalk. So I'm gonna bet Hubs.
Okay. All right. I couldn't find it, but they were hanging like plus 105 for Scotty top 10 after round 1, and he's been inside the top 10 the last 2 years in round 1, I think like 23 times. So they're not offering that this week though.
No, they only offer that on fucking majors.
No, they do, but I just like that's something maybe we should start betting.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity to. But the problem is when I do that, I'm like, oh, Scotty top 5 at plus 150. That's not good enough. Let me go with this scumbag at 8-1, who will clearly finish T90th in the first round.
All right, so the bets I have laid right now: Harman 45-1, Putnam 100-1. That's down to like 55-1 though.
Look at you.
I liked it better at 100-1 than 55.
Moving markets.
I will probably be betting Chris Kirk. Probably.
I actually don't hate that. What number can you get him at?
I don't know. I'd have to go look. But when I was looking earlier the week, he was like 55-1. I bet he's probably around 50. You can get him.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's a guy who gets steamed.
I will be likely betting Hubbard.
Yeah, 50.
Yep. I'll be likely betting Hubbard with 50. And then possibly Berger, depending on the number I'm getting him at.
They will pass that.
Possibly. I really wish Sepp wasn't on the chart. I was ready to go back to him. Possibly Siwoo, because it just doesn't make sense why he isn't good here.
Yeah, well, don't do that to me. Just don't bet him, please.
Why not?
Because I don't want to have to bet him.
Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned then. And then I'll probably round out a bunch of other positionals. My card will be out sometime tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I don't think our producer even puts out our card anymore.
Because you don't give him.
I've given him the card the last fucking couple weeks.
No,
at like 9 o'clock at night.
I put it out last week. I just didn't tag you. I probably.
No. All right.
Okay. All right. I got nothing else. Do you have anything else?
Nah. What we got the rest of the week? We got Sunday night.
Yep. So Sunday night, I will actually be on location, but we'll do the show. It's the RBC Canadian Open at.
So you'll be on location?
No, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be out of town.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
I'll be at a different location.
Oh, that's different than on location.
Okay. No,
I was like, you scumbag. What is this?
Although, to be honest, I mean, if it wasn't Memorial Day weekend, Hamilton's only like 2.5 hours from me.
You gotta watch out, man. They're whacking motherfuckers up there, left and right. Hamilton's like 1980s New York with the fucking Italian mafia.
Do you think they would really be coming after me?
I mean, I don't know. Wrong place, wrong time. That's all. I'm just concerned for your safety. That's all.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. But we were doing the RBC Canadian Open. We will also be having Chris Powers of Golf Digest on our show next Tuesday.
Yeah,
finally, long awaited. Can't wait for that. That'll be a lot of fun.
You guys can finally meet.
Yes, we can finally meet. You know,
I just want to play him in So you're oldish enough to remember the USA versus USSR hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't born for it, but yes, I am aware of it.
There was an actual fucking like push pull igloo game that you played in an arcade when you were a kid, and he has one.
Oh, I mean, I'm aware of the game. I didn't know if it was specifically USA.
He has one in
US
his
Bar.
basement. I was super jealous of it. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's the reason why we first started talking.
Okay. All right. Anyway, but he's going to be on our show next week. So our full cards be out tomorrow. Good show, good segment, good game.
Sorry for the audio quality if it sucks. I'm traveling for work and my microphone broke. I'll have a new microphone next week, whether I'm here or away. So, Jeff, you can save the goddamn tweet.
That's fine. Anyone who hated the audio is no longer listening, anyways. So we're at the end of the show. So, okay. All right. Let's sign off then.
All right, let's go. Listen, you find him in our Slack channel, chopping it up in there. You find me
Discord.
Discord. You can find me on Twitter, Boston_Capper. Other than that, let's go break them fucking books. Let's go.